out. Spency sees it. I just hung out at the dog park, loving the dogs, they loving me, and did a little journaling, a lot of writing actually afterwards, and even checking my emails. You know, I haven't done that in like 14 years. I've checked out. When my mom, she had the heart attack and she died, physically I was here, but my soul gone. I felt it come back in. Painful. Didn't want to be here. See, the way in my head, being an empath, having empathy, if I know I didn't think or feel that I want to be here most of this life. Just want to go back home, back to spirit, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't know. Just not attached to this body. This world. Everything's temporary. Everything's heading to dust. I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck am I here? Because there got to be more to coming here, finding the relief of using drugs and alcohol, to getting sober, to learning to live sober, how to feel. Although that's probably the single greatest accomplishment I have done and haven't done. My whole day is prayer. What is thy will? Whatever this God is, God knows my will. God knows everything. My first heartbeat, last heartbeat, and everything in between. And every lifetime before, every lifetime after. I mean, you can't comprehend God. Especially in human terms. A lifetime of 56 years, 70, 80 years, 90 years. I don't know. My grandmother was 90 something. There's a story about my grandma, Ina Redden. She got Alzheimer's, and so that put her in a home. But she wasn't there. I mean, her mind was completely gone. The last time I went up to St. George, Utah to see her, I walk in and I see way down the hall, and I see my grandma, or the physical body of my grandmother. But there's nobody home. It's just an empty shell. You know, it really is. Not much different than when I checked out after my mom died, because I wasn't here either. A little bit more animated. But as I started to walk down the hallway towards her, she came back in. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. But she turned around, and there was no light in her eyes for a moment. But then it was like the dimmer, like you just turned the dimmer switch on, and the light came back in. Or she came back in. Who we are is light. We're energy. We're light. We're light beings. Incredibly beautiful, incredible light beings. pixelated, 5D, unbelievable. Anyways, she comes back in. And there was no words. And there's no need for any word. I just know that her soul came back in, and the light knows I have her hazel eyes. All my family had brown eyes, but I got my grandmother's. I got a lot of things from my grandmother, especially Mormon wisdom from a pioneer who grew her own food. You know, tough times. Anyways, that was just amazing to see my grandmother for the last time, and her spirit, maybe your spirit, to come back in. And I watched it leave too. When it was time to go, and I was leaving, that light, it was gone. It didn't take a moment. Boom. Wherever she was gone. Body's still here, but she wasn't suffering, and that's all I needed to know. I don't know. That's how I perceive life. I perceive things on levels people. I really can't do this systematic fucking bullshit. Get a job, get a career with a corporation. Give your life over for a paycheck. Your retirement. And then the money grab at the end when you get sick. For chemotherapy, you know. Or let's do open heart on an 80-year-old lady. She'll never survive. She'll never heal. She's not strong enough to ever heal it. But she'll survive the surgery. We can bill her out $500,000. And most of all, the heart surgeons get a practice. Medicine. If I was a heart surgeon, would I perform that? No, I would tell someone to enjoy their life. Not to be strenuous. And by God, no. Hell no. The pain of cracking someone's chest, the pain of recovery, that ain't good even on the best of circumstances. Let alone our mothers and fathers. The doctors will say, you need this. Really? Really? Or you just need to cut. Or repair. Stents are death traps. Anytime you put something forward in, you're great. You know, it might be great for 5 years, but if you haven't changed your diet, that cholesterol is going to close that sucker up. Anyways, I don't need a medical degree. Uncommon sense. Quick fixes. No quick fixes, especially not health. We don't need to be. I was carrying around 120 pounds, like 2 years' food supply. Hoarding calories, I guess. If the end of the world came, I could last a little bit longer without food. That's a fear-based perspective. But it was real. My whole life was full of fear. That's why I drank and used. I contribute my present health to the preparation of ayahuasca ceremony. I took that seriously. I did all the preparation. I'd never looked at my diet before in my life, and that's really what changed my diet. I had to cut out all sugar, all salt, meat, processed foods for like 6 weeks to prepare for the ceremony. Because if I'm going to spend money and I'm going to drive all the way to Joshua Tree, California, I'm going to follow the suggestions. And there are a lot. You got to be, if you're on like MOA inhibitors, that can take up to 6 months before you can do it. You really got to follow the guidelines. Ayahuasca she's no joke. It's one of the most powerful, it's definitely the most powerful experiences I've ever experienced was ayahuasca and DMT. I've experienced it a lot. I'm screwed up. I have overdosed on ayahuasca, and it was not pleasant. It was 12 hours of pure fucking hell. If you could try to imagine you're being in the presence of God and you're not allowed to do that, it's just this diamond white light, and we're not. That is what we are a part of. That is what we are, actually. The spark of that. And you're not supposed to be there or see it, and your body's not made for that level of frequency. That was 12 hours of utter, hell. I don't know. Not fun. Right before it kicked. My little intuition, voiceless voice kicked in. Have you had enough? And I just intuitively said, oh, I fucked up. And too late. I don't know. It definitely reset my mind, spirit, and body. And really grounded me. It's amazing how a plant can be so powerful. In the right situation. Keyword there, healing ceremony with a shaman. An incredible group of people. Home of the Sacred Heart, Valerie. She's amazing. There's lots of ayahuasca popping up all over the place. But Home of the Sacred Heart, Valerie, Joshua Tree, California. Absolutely amazing. It's a little bit hot to do it in the summertime here. I think she got to say it. Yeah, it's just too freaking hot out there. I would do it in the fall or winter time. 5 acres is a beautiful place. And beautiful ceremony, and if you really want to heal, you'll heal. And Mother Ayahuasca will show you whatever needs to be healed. That's really what happens. I'll get into them another time. I'll express my first ayahuasca experience and how it wasn't really about me, it was about everybody else there, because it's what I'm here for, I guess, to be a healer, my own shaman, but don't really want to be a shaman for anybody else. I don't want to do ceremony, perform ceremony. I perform healing, I like that. Just people here sue. They don't do what they say, what you suggest, and then something can go fucking really screwed up, and then you get sued, and screw all that shit. It's like being you're dying, and like when I had my 10mm kidney stone, I'm dead. I'm dying, and I felt like I was dying. They had to go up and remove that little that big sucker surgically, and oops. Oh, I forget where I was going. Something about